Hello everybody. Welcome back to First Gen Mini Rescue. I'm Jimmy. Not a Mini, a little bit bigger than that. It's a Sprinter. So for those of you who don't know, this is a 2013 170 wheelbase, high roof passenger van. It holds 12 people, and from about here on back is all storage, like open, no seats. So the seats start, well actually they start about right here and go forward. Anyway, I'm gonna read the fortune and then tell you what I got to do on this van real quick. It's a simple thing, but you know, whatever, I hope it's simple. Anyway, the only thing worse than being talked about is not getting talked about. The only thing worse than being talked about is not getting talked about. I don't know about that. I mean, it can't be the worst thing because there's far more worse things than not being talked about. But I guess, you know, you want to make relevance in your life. Good, you know, you want to make a good impact with people. So you want them to say good things about you. All I say to that is just do good, you know, just do good. And don't worry about what people say, just do good. Anyway, that's my take. You take it for what you want. It's for entertainment purposes. It's just a fortune cookie book. So if you want your own copy though, you can go to Amazon. It's not sponsored. However, I compiled it. So you can see here, you can go to Amazon and it's Fortune Cookie Wisdom, Words to Live By. There'll be a link in the description. And also someone asked me about my sailing book. I went on a 5-month sailing trip to the Caribbean from Virginia. Took us 15 days to hit our first port with no internet, you know, the whole 15 days. Anyway, so you can read about that adventure in this book, and it'll be in the description as well. And it's called Set Sail Caribbean, 5 months on a 47-foot sailboat. So, and I wrote this one completely. All of the things that happened, good, bad, ugly, whatever. We almost flooded. Anyway, you can read about that adventure here. All right, so what do I got to do today? Well, the van sits a lot. We don't drive it that often. So as such, the tire pressures, you got to keep on top of them. I usually check them once every month or so. But the rear tire pressures on here, 70 PSI. The front tire pressures are 50 PSI. So I have my pancake air compressor. I'll be checking the tire pressures. Also, a couple of months ago, I changed the rear wheel speed sensor on the driver's side. It did not solve the issue. I used a aftermarket, no name brand wheel speed sensor, but I want to fix it. So I went to our local Mercedes dealership and I bought a wheel speed sensor, a $300 wheel speed sensor. So it can only be two things really. There was power and everything coming to and from the wiring to the ECU. So I know it's not the wire system going forward, it's somewhere aft. So it's either the wheel speed sensor or it could be the reluctor ring or the ring that's on the shaft or the rear end, the axle. So I am going to change this. And hopefully that solves my issue. I'll test drive it. If it don't, then I'll see what it takes to do the ring, change out the ring on the rear end, which I've never done, but I'll research it and see what it takes to do that. So I do have that. The other thing is I'm gonna show you a video, a little short clip right over here about the roof of the van. We don't put the cover. I do have a van cover for it, but I don't put it on as often. So there's leaves up there because, you know, we have leaves here in Virginia, and it gets dirty. It stays dirty. So I'm going to have to blow off all of those leaves and physically scrub the whole roof to clean it. And then I'll wash the rest of the van and clean it out because I got to use it in the next, you know, few days, few weeks, whatever it is. So yeah, got a lot of stuff to do. And eventually I want to replace some of my side marker lights that I put on aftermarket, things like that. The back clearance lights, I put them on aftermarket. They're not required for this passenger van, but I like having them. So I want to replace because 2 of them are out and things like that. But that's not today. Today it's checking tire pressures and wheel speed sensor. And maybe tomorrow I'll clean the roof. I'm not going to ask you to watch that. It's just washing the vehicle. It's big, it's huge. I have a long extended brush, but I use my step ladder to get up to the top and wash it by hand. So anyway, let me do the air and you know, I'll get back to you guys. Okay, it's a little windy out here, so I hope that doesn't disturb you too much. But I've got my, you know, a little work blanket that I use. I've got a jack stand there, and I know I told about this before, but this is a torque stick, you know, lug nut tightener, loosener. So it has a different size lug nut sockets, and it has the torque sticks. This is the one for the van. It's 140 foot-pounds, which is what we use to torque down the lugs on here. So I'll be using this when it comes time to torque it, the wheel back on. And I believe we have 19-inch, or 19 millimeter, I mean. Yeah, 19 millimeter lugs. So I'll use this and get the wheel off, get it jacked up. Okay, since I did this about a month or 2 ago, my screw came out very easy. However, it is an E8, external Torx 8 to get it out. And I got some, of course, zip ties, or, you know, to get back in, and I got to cut the old ones. So here we go. So anyway, let me go on and disconnect. I'm not bringing you guys under there because it's just so crowded. I mean, you know, closed in, and you really can't see much. But I'll do a quick, maybe you can see what I got to do. Okay, my neighbor is over blowing leaves, so you might hear that. But anyway, I went for a quick test drive. Everything worked. The speed sensor works. So I used the cruise control, got it up to 70 miles an hour. I mean 60, the speed limit, miles an hour. And everything was fine. I just have to, I have a, what is it, service A is due, which I did. I just didn't clear that out. So I will plug my scanner in and clear out service A, and everything should be good. Now, maybe tomorrow I'll wash it because you saw the roof. Well, actually, I didn't even video the roof yet, but there was some leaves up there. They probably blew off when I got up to speed, but it's still dirty. You'll see there's still dirt. So I got to clean all of that off and clean the wheels, things like that. But the repair worked, 300 bucks. You know, it's expensive, but the van is 13 years old. We bought it brand new in 2013, in January of 2013. So it's January 2026 now. So if you amortize that $300 for the sensor over the 13 years, you know, few bucks a year, you know, no big deal. Anyway, but if you had to pay the dealer to diagnose it and then repair it, you know, well, actually for me, $360, because the first one that I bought was 60 bucks and it was a wasted 60 bucks. So $360. So certain things I'll just buy OEM on the van when it comes time. And the same for the Subaru. And Mini, I buy mostly OEM. Some things I can buy aftermarket, but pick your poison, pick your, you know. So, and I bought Bosch. The $60 one was a Bosch, which was supposed to be the same as original equipment. Just wasn't. Anyway, this one works. Everything is great. And yeah, so that's done. Thank y'all for watching. If you have a wheel speed sensor, you know, you can look at, if you have an OBD2 reader, you can look at each individual wheel speed and it'll tell you exactly which one is malfunctioning. And for me, it was left rear. So, all right, that's it. Thank y'all. I got some other stuff to do, so I'm gonna get to it and I'm gonna clean up my mess. Thank y'all for watching. Have a good time and have fun with your sprinters if that's what, is that what you're here for? All right, bye y'all.